Good evening. Welcome to Planning Board meeting, October 22nd, 2025. This meeting will be broadcast live on cable access, and there may be people zooming in. Gabby?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm flying solo today.
I can see
so
that.
I would appreciate your patience with me. Catherine is on vacation and Diana is on medical leave. She's doing very well. We texted today, so she's doing well. I think we can start with the Form A. You have a copy of the plan in your packets.
Good evening. Craig Siganowski of Rim Engineering, representing the owners of the property, the Burbricks and the Andersons. Number 12 and number 18 Spring Street. Number 12 is Harold and Alice Burbrick. They are the parents. Number 18, Anne Marie is their daughter with her husband Eric. So these lots were actually created in the 1980s, with house number 12 having 80,000 square feet and about 400 feet of frontage, but house number 18 only having 105 feet of frontage and 25,000 square feet. We're in the R40, so we are required to have 200 feet of frontage and 40,000 square feet. So the Burbricks are deeding over parcel A to their daughter. So that's the only change to the lot. They're not creating a new building lot. They're just transferring land from one owner to the next.
Is this in anticipation of a sale, or why
Yeah,
now?
the parents are elderly and they're looking to sell the house at number 12.
Got it.
Any questions from anybody on the board?
No, it's simple.
Nope.
Okay. We have a motion to approve the Form A as presented.
Yeah. I'll make a motion to approve the Form A as presented. Second?
All those in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
That was easy. It's gonna be as quick as it is the other one.
Sign it right now.
Oh, she got highlights and everything ready to go. Did we have anything on active subdivisions or?
We have a lot of stuff going on.
Okay, well. Tom, you're official now, you can sign this.
Nice.
Yeah, we have I think, 6 subdivisions that are under construction right now. The Department of Public Works Inspector Lori Dorse stops by the projects every day to check on the progress, and submits a report on Fridays. We're really appreciative of the work that she does, because she's very detailed in her reports, so it keeps us really up to date on what's going on. And if there's any issues, she shares that with us. So we're really, really happy that to have her part of the team.
Great.
Today we went to the Royal Leaf. We went to the project on Walnut Street. They did a tour. Gary was there too. It's an amazing facility. There's the first building is fully it's occupied right now. They're hoping to get a certificate of occupancy for the second building towards the end of November. And then in the spring, they will start construction for the third building. So the facilities are beautiful. We went outside. There's a patio. There's grills for the people to use. There is a putting green, pickleball courts, and a community garden, which is it's something that people have been asking for a long time. So It's really nice to have that. And that is already constructed. There'll be a dog park in the future, but that has not been constructed yet.
Okay,
We need 5 more minutes.
keep talking.
Do we have to vote to continue
Oh, yes.
Belcher?
Yeah, there's movement, there's progress happening in that. So they have asked for a continuance to the December, the December 11th meeting, and they're hoping to have things settled there by then, so we can act on the application.
And do you want that at 7:05? You want
Yes,
that at
7:05, yes, please.
I'd make a motion that we continue the continued public hearing on a site plan and special permit application at 0 East Belcher Road until December 11th at 7:05 PM.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are expecting to get a request for a site plan modification for the Oilman site. There was a lawsuit between the neighbors and Mr. Lepardo. They seem to have reached an agreement, but the agreement is different than what is approved by the planning board on the site plan. So there will be filing for a modification, so the board can approve the changes that were agreed upon
Okay.
in the lawsuit. So
Is that a minor modification?
it will be a minor modification, yes. So I also spoke with Kevin. We will need, when he returns, we will need to have a vote to reorganize the board because we don't have a clerk anymore. So I think that will happen at the next meeting. Next meeting is November 13th. We don't have any items on the agenda yet, but I'll keep you updated. Also, on Monday is town meeting,
Yes, it is.
so we would like everybody to attend, possible. Kevin will be back, so he will be at the meeting.
And he'll handle the,
Yes. Yeah.
excellent.
Okay. Okay, it being approximately 7:10 PM, public hearing, limited site plan review, 295 R South Street, Bracket Farm Stand. Mr. Buckley, Mr. Spillane. Frank, you're dropping things.
Now you can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Welcome back.
Good evening. Attorney Frank Spillane here for the applicant, Bracket Landscaping. Also here with me this evening is William Buckley Jr. of Bay Colony Group, as well as Matt and David Bracket, who are the owners of both Bracket Landscaping, who's the applicant, and BLC LLC, which is the owner of the property. Bill, can you bring it up on? The property is located at 295 R South Street. Okay, but you'll see that a portion of 295 South Street, which has a residential home on it, is also part of landscaping agricultural business, as well as 0 Sprague Road, which is the parcel in the back right-hand corner on this. All the parcels are located within the R40 zoning district, as well as Zone 2 of the Water Resource Protection Overlay District. We're here for a site plan approval for an exempt farm stand to be located on 295R South Street, again, which is used for agricultural purposes. Just a little background on the property. 295 South Street used to encompass both 295R and 295 South Street. They were originally purchased by Charles and Michelle Brackett, Mr. and Mrs. Brackett, so I know them. In April of 1989, an A&R plan was signed by the Foxborough Planning Board and recorded with the Norfolk County Registry of Deeds, doing 295 South Street as a 40,000 square foot lot, which was conforming at the time, and the back lot with 75,973 square feet of area. At the time, the landscaping agricultural use was going on at the time, so that, both the planning board and the town knew what they were doing there. You see 295R does not have legal frontage at the time, and they're accessing off of 290 South Street. But at the time, because it was agricultural use, it was determined that it was an allowed use under the circumstances. The back Sprague lot, in the back right-hand corner, thank you, that used to be part of 238 South Street, which Mr. and Mrs. Brackett purchased in '81. In '88, an A&R plan was done at the time, again, giving 40,000 square feet to the front lot, 238 South Street, and the remaining 26,029 square feet for a back lot, which they used and continue to use for the agricultural use. So the agricultural use right now encompasses that Sprague lot, 295R South Street, as well as using 295 South Street as their access point. Mr. and Mrs. Brackett sold 295R South Street, as well as the Sprague Road back lot in 2021 to BLC LLC, which their sons own. And they also sold the landscaping business. So the sons now run a landscaping business and also own the property. What we're proposing is that the Brackett Landscaping to construct a farm stand on the lot for the sale of flowers, plants, shrubs, trees, and other nursery and greenhouse and related products, as well as seasonal items, especially during the holiday season, Christmas trees and wreaths and things like that. The farm will include a greenhouse, Bill, if you can show it, which is will be 20 feet by 40 feet in area, and up to 7 covered and uncovered display areas. Initially, probably 5 or so of the display areas will be built, possibly for this holiday season, if they can get it all lined up in time. And then in the future, the greenhouse and the remaining display areas will be constructed. The access will continue from South Street, the same access as they have now from 295 South Street. An easement will be prepared. There's no easement right now because the Bracketts own 295 South Street, so no easement really is necessary. But once we get this all squared away, we're going to prepare an easement that will be conveyed from the owners of 295 South Street, which is the 4 Bracketts, to BLC LLC for the purposes of access and for the landscape area that they have in front there that they keep very nice. Currently on 295R South Street, there's a 2-story garage and a 1-story garage that houses the equipment and a little office area for the agricultural use the landscaping business. No expansion of either of those buildings is proposed. Additionally, a 6-foot privacy fence is proposed at the rear of the property to keep the customers, in the parking area. And then right over there.
Here.
Yeah, right there. Additionally, 19 customer parking spaces will be striped on the existing pavement. 13 is required, but laying it out, they came up with 19 spots, so the brackets decided to go with the 19, with hopes that they'll all be used at some point. The existing access will be widened to 18 feet. Bay Colony forwarded the plans to the fire department, and they requested that the access be widened to 18 feet, which in that area will be widened. However, and that's about 530 square feet of area that will be paved, but approximately 130 square feet of pavement will be removed near the end of the display area. And I don't think this one shows that at all.
In this
But
right
it's
here?
right in that area where that yellow is. So there'll be no net increase in the pervious area for this, for the lots. Under Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 40A, Section 3, the Zoning Act, the Dover Amendment, provides that zoning ordinance and bylaws cannot prohibit, unreasonably regulate, or require special permit for the land of use for purpose of agriculture, horticulture, and other uses. And horticulture and agriculture is defined as growing and keeping of nursery stock and sales thereof. I met with the building commissioner, Scott Shippey, early in this process to get him on board and understanding what was going on there and what we were proposing. And he agreed that the agricultural use on the property is an allowed use and was determined as such by previous building commissioners, town planners, and the Foxborough Planning Board, as shown when they signed those A&R plans that showed the access and the existing garage back in the 80s. As well as a written determination by the Foxborough Building Commissioner back in 1992, and I think I provided a copy of that letter with the filing. Mr. Shippey also agreed that the proposed farm stand is an exempt farm stand. Under our bylaw, it talks about a non-exempt farm stand meeting certain requirements. However, this is a exempt farm stand because it's part of the agricultural use going on there, and therefore doesn't need those approvals. And since the agricultural use is allowed, a farm stand is also a ride by light and subject to a limited site plan review. No special permit, again, is required from the Board of Appeals because it is an exempt farm stand. You'll see in the bylaw that site plan review states under section 10.5.3.2 that site plan review is required for any alteration of land greater than 1,000 square feet or a change of use, except for agriculture, horticultural, and such uses. This is one of those. However, he made the determination that a site plan, limited site plan would be required because the farm stand would be really an accessory use to the main use as agricultural, and we will find with that, and that's how we're here tonight. Again, there won't be any increases in the impervious surface at all in there, and they just want to do a farm stand to be able to sell the things that they grow there and bring in off-site too. If you have any questions for myself or Mr.
The
Buckley?
only question I can actually think of is the retail access going to be from South Street and not from Sprague?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep. No, nothing from Sprague.
Yeah, okay.
In the paved area, which will be the parking area going forward, given that at least seasonally, maybe even this season, there certainly would be operations after dark. Is that area lit at all?
Yep, we do have some lights out there on the front of the building. Can't really see it in the picture, but there's two big lights on each corner that illuminate pretty much the whole parking lot.
Okay.
I was on the site this morning with Mr. Gallagher, and yes, we noticed that there's two wall packs that do point towards the area where the parking lot would be. The board also, we received a memo from Kevin Davis, the Assistant DPW Director, and so that's why Chris and I met on site this morning with the brackets. And he's satisfied with, you know, all the comments that were made, that they have been addressed. They are addressed on the site. So I think that was the only comment that we've received on this application. Mr. Spillane is correct. The filing, because it's a protected use, goes under 10.5.17, limited site plan review. So we're pretty limited as to what we can require and review.
That was the only question I had.
I don't see any issues with it at all.
We'll take comments
Yeah, anything in the commentary?
No, everything looked fine.
from the public. From the public.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you asked if, are there any comments from anybody in the public? If so, come up to the microphone. Give your name and address, please.
Hi, Rhonda Callahan, 305 South Street. I'm in a butter. I'm on the far side. Oh, this is it. I'm on the far side.
Yep.
Over here. So we have got in this area, my only concern, and I've talked to Matthew about this many times, is the use of the heavy equipment. You know, the noise, the beeping. I just want to make sure that A, they should be doing that, and B, that it's not going to get worse with the increase in materials on the site.
Can I answer? I think it's going to be far less quiet, to be honest. It's going to be like selling smaller flowers, so we're not going to need heavy equipment to really do any of that. And all that stuff's going to be on the other side, too. Excuse me. Behind where the flowers are going to be sold for retail, that's where we're going to keep all of our equipment for the landscaping.
Right.
So everything should be on the far side of from where you guys are. And I honestly think it's going to be far more quiet now.
Okay.
Because we're
Right.
scaling back on that end of things and trying to sell flowers and grow
I
stuff.
understand that,
Yep.
and we've had conversations many times, and, you know, unfortunately, you know, you guys move stuff, and then new stuff gets put back there. I mean, they were running it the other day with a tree, you know, so it's annoying. I don't use my backyard when they're out there. So I just want to be on the record that I need to have less of the heavy equipment running on a regular basis, if it should be running at all.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, Mr. Spillane, could you speak to that at all? As far as if there's any regulations that,
Well, it is
that?
it's a agricultural business there, and that is part of the agricultural use. But I think the brackets have indicated that they're going to be good neighbors and try to consider that. I know Matt went around and talked with all of his neighbors, you know, to discuss it, to make sure nobody had any issues, knew exactly what they were proposing. You know, when you're running a business like that, there will be some noise. You know, when equipment is backing up, it's required by law to have,
right, to back up
you know, those things on there. But I think they've stated tonight that they anticipate that it's not going to get any worse than it, not that it's worse
This
now.
will
It's
improve.
not gonna get
The
worse
noise
than
will
what
be a lot
exists there
quieter.
now.
That's our whole goal. our goal is to shift away from that end of the business and more towards the retail. We don't want the heavy equipment, and our whole goal is to make all of our neighbors happy. Without all of them and them on board, we have no business there.
Right.
So it's super important that we listen to everybody else around us, and
And if they get a line, I was going to go to the building commissioner, who goes right down there and talks with them.
Frank, is there also a license application?
I'm sorry?
Is there also a license application in?
No,
No.
not to my, not with the town, not to my
Yeah.
knowledge. I know about with the state, but not with the town.
Do we have anybody else who would care to come and speak, or? Okay. Do we have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Really nice, you're making motions tonight. Motion to
My
approve.
night, huh? Okay, motion to approve the limited site plan review for 295R South Street, Racket Farm Stand.
And I would second that.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Gentlemen, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great seeing you guys. Been seeing you for eons. It's been a long time. I know.
You.
Hey, buddy, how are you, bud? Good to see you.
My pleasure. Good luck.
I think we can adjourn.
Nothing else we need?
Michelle? Good, good.
Motion to adjourn?
Do we have a second? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.